I went to school just to please my dad. Developed some anger as aftermath. I fell off the course while you wait for a Porsche. I'm coming in late off a helipad. I ain't got that money, my nose always running.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? This weekend was hype. Equine sold more than 14,000 Pioneer bundles. Multiply that by 250 and they got some freaking money. Oh my god. I personally went a bit too hard with this drop, and then I bought 2 bundles and I bought 2 skins on the aftermarket. No, 3 skins in the aftermarket. Don't even want to talk about it. It'll be fine. But that's awesome. Equine is amazing. Congratulations to their whole team. And the other thing that happened was we found out Boss Cat Rocket Club wasn't a rug pull. So that is awesome. I'm glad nobody got screwed on that. And shout outs to my Discord. Jay Flores, shout outs to you. He gave me one of the boss cats that he didn't want for 20 ADA, even though the floor was 50. So you're the freaking GOAT. My Discord will be linked in the description if you'd like to come join us. Alright, so we're going to be getting into this video with Adanize NFT Utility tools. So they are minting tomorrow, the 20th, and they will be going for 50 ADA a piece. There will be 8,500, and they will give you access to their lifetime tools. They are creating a bunch of tools that are extremely helpful for newcomers and basically projects that are starting to develop on Cardano. So if you've ever wondered, like, how do I create an NFT? How do I sell my NFTs? They're going to help you with a lot of that. They also have a bunch of functions such as, like, how do I verify somebody's holding my NFT? And aftermarkets and a bunch of stuff that I'm going to cover later on in the video. So in typical fashion, we're going to be looking at their followers. We have 331 followers. It's not a huge following. This isn't an NFT that you're going to really buy to flip, in my opinion. Maybe later on, in a year or 2 years from now, when a bunch of people want to make NFTs and this thing is fully fleshed out, maybe these things will be worth a lot. But these are not something that you're going to be able to flip. I'll tell you that right now. But then we'll look in. This is their founder. All right. So we'll actually go to their founder page on their white paper. His name is Jerciel Junio. I am definitely butchering that. I am sorry if you ever see this video. But this guy is living in Brazil. He's a web developer. He's been doing this for 20 years. He started at 15. Now he's 35. So he has his Twitter here. He has his Telegram. And he has his email if you've ever liked to email him any questions. To receive access to any of their utility, you're going to need to own at least one of their NFTs. It doesn't matter if it's a super rare emerald, a rare gold, or a normal bronze. So there's going to be 70% of the NFTs out of 8,500 that'll be bronze. You'll be considered a supporter. If you get a rare one, that's 20%. You'll be considered an investor. And if you get the super rare emerald, there's only 10%, and you'll be considered a founder. All of them give you participation to the 500 ADA giveaway that's going to happen right after the mint, and all of you will receive lifetime access to their utility. And so anybody who owns any of these NFTs will also get these benefits. I'm only going to cover a few of them. You can read the list and pause at any time you want. So registration and lifetime access, code access for the tools. It's going to be open source if you own an NFT. There's going to be voting, so you get to vote on what do you maybe want them to work on first or in the future. You're going to get discounts on future NFTs or collaborations. You're going to be able to participate in unique drops, and you're also going to have access to learning content that they may provide in the future. You can pause this video if you'd like and check out the percentages and where most of their money is going to go, what they're spending everything on, but I'm going to kind of just jump away from here and get into exactly what everybody's here for. What are they creating? So the first tool that they're going to create is called NFT Offali, and it's going to be used to allow NFTs on the chain to be used in physical locations outside of the virtual world. So they have their example here, and let's say a restaurant offers you an NFT, you buy that NFT, and then they want to verify that you own it. So they're going to create a way that you can either use your phone or computer or website or something to verify that you have the NFT, and then once it's verified, they will give you, let's say, lunch that day, and then if you come in the next day and you still have that NFT, they can verify again and give you lunch that day. And then at the end of that, if you want to sell because you're just sick of that lunch, you've had it every day for 2 years and you're just done with it, you can send it to a friend, and now they can have lunch every day because they bought your NFT and now they own it in their wallet. Alright, so now we're getting into NFT Utility, and this is what most people want for their NFTs, is some sort of utility on top of just owning the asset. So this will allow any NFT creator or reseller on the chain to give these utilities to their people. So the example is they have an artist and he, wants to give his collection some sort of utility, maybe a PDF file or a discount, and they will send you to their location based on if the address that you provide owns probably that policy ID is how I would assume it would work. So if the policy IDs line up, then you will be redirected to another page where you can either see the discount or you can see the PDF, or you get launched to maybe a video game website. Now the next one we're going to be talking about is Snappy. And if anybody knows about the popular Yummy universe, they recently just did a snapshot, I think yesterday or maybe a few days ago, for their spoopy Narus and their regular Narus. And this is for their Christmas drop coming up. So if you own a spoopy right now, and then you send in your spoopy for a Christmas, and you also own one of the original 10K Narus, then you will be burning your spoopy and receiving a Christmas one. So how they do this is they create a snapshot of all the users that own their NFTs at that moment. So if you were to go and buy a spoopy now or one of the 10Ks now and try to do it, it wouldn't work because they already did their snapshot. So this is exactly what that utility is going to do. They say, their example is an artist has 10 NFTs and he wants to create a promotion only for the investors who have that asset in their wallet. Snappy will create a screenshot or a snapshot of the 10 NFTs it launched to see which wallets have that asset at that moment. Alright, so this next tool, Droperize, is probably the most important, and I think that they agree, considering they say it's probably going to be their first tool. Now it's going to help you mint and drop the NFTs, and initially it's going to be integrated with NFT Maker Pro. So they're going to be using somebody else's software to kind of expedite and speed up the process of creating this tool because they know that this is what people want the most. Now here's where things start to get a bit interesting. There are many POS. So I believe this stands for payment of service, and they say their example is if there's a hamburger truck and he wants to sell you food and decides that he's going to accept ADA, then he will be able to set up the POS tool, and then it'll create a QR code for the customers. So you'll scan the QR code with your phone, and then you'll attach your wallet address, and the payment will go from your wallet address, and it'll send ADA to the QR code or to his wallet address, and that's how you will pay. So this is awesome, and the only thing that I can think of though is that at the moment it takes sometimes a few minutes to send your ADA, so that would be maybe a little annoying, but it'll get better, that's for sure. And this hasn't been fully created yet anyways, so by the time this is actually fully created, maybe it takes seconds to send ADA. But at the moment, especially if there's like a Yummy Universe drop or a Clay drop or something like that, I mean, you could be waiting 10 to 50 minutes, like almost an hour to eat your food, but we'll see. This is definitely something in the future that won't be this bad, I'm just saying. All right, their next tool is called Loganize, and it's basically just checking your NFTs and making sure that you own an NFT, and then it'll log you in automatically maybe to a specific part of a website that other people don't have access to. It's pretty much as simple as that, not a whole lengthy explanation on this one. Now this next one is called Storize, and I'm a little confused by it, I'm not gonna lie. I've reread it a few times, but essentially it's going to be a store where NFTs are created in partnership with either nonprofits or artists or somebody who doesn't fully understand how to create their asset, is what I believe. And so they're saying an example is they could send an email to them with some underprivileged children's art or something, like if they have pictures together and they just want to create it as art, and then people can buy those pictures as like a donation, then they will sell those on their store, but it's not a marketplace, but in the future it could be. This one I'm a little confused of. I don't know why they wouldn't just use the other utility where it teaches them how to sell their NFTs. So I don't know, maybe do your own research on this part. I'm kind of a little lost. Alright, the next one's going to be called Hibity, and it's basically a catalog for your NFTs. So instead of using pool.pm and showing people your address and then they can view all your NFTs, you will be able to use Hibity as a way to show all the NFTs that you own, and then it'll also show where each of those NFTs are being listed on which websites or after marketplaces. The next one is Promotus. And this one is also a little vague, but it's essentially for promotions. You'll create your promotion. Let's say it's a Twitter giveaway. You want to say, you know, like, retweet, follow my Discord, and then you'll put it in the Adanize directory, and then it'll be available for the public to access, and whoever sees the promotion will be able to follow the rules and participate. Now, I don't know if this tool, though, is going to help see and check if those rules have been met, or if it's just going to be more of like a giant board that shows a bunch of people that are doing promotions. All right, the very last one is hardware, and this one I'm a little confused on as well. If any of you know any of the things that I've been confused on and know how to explain these, please comment below. It would really help me and the community. I'd really appreciate it. I'm sorry for not being the most knowledgeable on everything, but basically it says on-off application, and their example is a beer machine, and when it's told to turn on, the beer starts to flow, and when it's told to turn off, the beer stops. I don't know how that works with NFTs at all. And then the next one is access control application, which I think I understand this one, but it also runs into the other one that we talked about, kind of with like payment of a service, or the one where you log into a website based on if you own that NFT. So I guess it's just another application of that. But essentially, if you want to sell an NFT and that is your ticket to a concert, then when you get to the concert, they can check your wallet, they'll make sure you have that NFT, and they'll give you access. Otherwise, you don't get access. So this is a mouthful already. Adanize has a long roadmap ahead of itself. You can check out their roadmap here. They have all of their things that they plan on doing, when they plan on doing them, how far along they are. It's really, really detailed, and it's also a lot to read and a lot to process. So do take your time and read through it if you're interested in this. I think if anybody is a new project owner and has been a little confused or is thinking about being a project owner in the future, these are only 50 ADA for lifetime access to all the things that they're going to provide. I think it's a steal. I'm excited to see what this project really develops into. I hope that they continue with their work because it looks extremely promising. I'm going to sign out here, guys, because it's already been extremely long. I appreciate anybody who's stuck through the video with me. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. Until next time, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.